Right guys, we're super close to WWDC, which means we have a ton of details regarding the Apple VR headset, and so let's delve into it. So we begin with some not so fantastic news because Trendfall says they're predicting Apple's gonna sell fewer than 100,000 units this year of these headsets, and that's pretty low for Apple standards. Do remember that other devices sell in the millions, so yes, as one expects, this will be a niche product. Now, why is this the case? Well, of course, number one, it's quite obvious. The pricing is going to be way out of reach for most consumers, but also Trendfall says Apple's going to be focusing on developers, and also there's difficulty manufacturing this, and so those are the reasons this headset's growth is going to be limited. And it's quite funny because initially we heard about this selling in the millions, specifically around 10 million units, then the expectations were downgraded to 3 million units, then 900,000, and now less than 100,000. And yeah, apparently Apple's going to be potentially capping production at around 300,000 units, and so if you're a collector, you could buy one of these and sell it for a much higher price because I'm sure these are going to be pretty rare. But yes, I can understand why the demand for this is not there because the price makes it a niche product, and I'm hoping that Apple does launch a cheaper version of the headset in 2024. And by the way, would like to remind you guys, like this video and subscribe for more content like this, it would be appreciated. Now moving on to the name for the headset, we have a ton of leaks regarding this because in case you weren't aware, Apple uses a ton of shell companies, which are fake companies they make, to register trademarks under for unreleased products so that people don't stumble across these. But of course, as per usual for the Apple leak community, somehow people find these tidbits, and we do have multiple names that Apple could use for the headset. Specifically, we have names for the OS, and the names that have been trademarked are Reality Pro OS, Real OS, and also XR Pro OS. Now guys, XR Pro OS is one of the worst names I've ever heard. Please, Apple, don't choose this. I'm hoping this is a fake trademark they've given us to try and stop the leaks because I seriously can't see Apple calling this XR Pro OS. And even XR OS that we've heard about from Mark Gurman in the past is kind of stupid because do you remember we had the iPhone XR back in the day, and I remember the confusion with that product and whether it should be called XR or XR because there were many consumers not aware of Roman numerals, and so the same thing's going to happen here. Many are going to think this could be XR OS, but it's actually XR OS, at least we think it is. And actually, out of these new names we've heard about, Real OS sounds the most Apple-like in my opinion. It's ideal for a headset like this, and also fun fact, Fujitsu had the trademark for this for many years, but recently Apple's shell company acquired this, and so yeah, this could be the name Apple ends up choosing. Reality Pro OS, however, I'm not a fan of, and I'm also hoping that's a fake name. Now for the name of the headset itself, there's been many names floating around, but I think Reality 1 makes the most sense. It sounds clean, it sounds pretty futuristic, and I would appreciate if Apple does not use Pro for this, because I've kind of gotten bored with the term Pro, but I could see Apple calling this Reality Pro or of course Reality Ultra. Either way guys, it's a name at the end of the day, so I guess whatever Apple chooses, even if it initially sounds stupid, we're gonna get used to it. Anyways, let's delve into your comments. So David Lazarus says, too niche for me, the AR glasses that Tim envisioned is good, but the technology is still years away. And yes, I'm more excited about the AR glasses because this headset can't be worn 24/7, you're likely only going to use this indoors most of the time, but of course, with a pair of glasses, much like regular glasses, you can wear this anywhere, anytime, so that flexibility is going to be quite nice. And also it's going to be less bulkier with you looking less stupid because this will look like a regular pair of glasses. And so yes, I'm looking forward to these, but like you say, the tech's not ready yet. This won't release anytime soon. However, hopefully they take the learnings from this headset and give us a perfect first gen pair of glasses. I would definitely consider buying one if the price is not too ludicrous. And Bence regarding the glasses says, it's at least a decade away because they're going to need completely new battery tech for such a device, and that is a fair point. In fact, I'm quite surprised battery technology has not changed that much. We've had the same lithium-ion batteries for decades now on smartphones and other devices, and so I'm hoping we do see some real innovation in battery tech soon because this not only would benefit the glasses, but also the iPhone, the iPad, Mac, etc. And actually, I remember hearing that Samsung's working on graphene batteries that could give us days of battery life on a single charge. That would be nice, and it would take up less space. So yeah, hopefully the glasses do use this. So Ramesh says, I'm not too excited for this, and I'm basically in the same boat. I feel like everyone's excited for this headset, but because it's going to be so out of reach for many of us, I have very little interest in this. Hopefully Apple can blow me away with the use cases and the demo of this headset. But yes, I do wish it was cheaper, because if it was $1,000 or $1,500, I would have maybe considered it, but $2,000 and definitely $3,000 is way too expensive. And actually, a reply to Ramesh's comment says, maybe not to you, but for people who've been enjoying AR/VR devices for the last 4 to 5 years, we are very excited. And yes, if you have money to splurge and you love AR/VR devices, then of course this is the headset for you. But of course, they usually try and market the masses, and so this headset not really appealing to the masses is pretty odd, but I guess I'll give Apple a pass because it is a first-gen device, and hopefully future versions do get a lot cheaper. So regarding the 12-inch MacBook Revival being killed off, no one you know says, that's a shame, but hopefully with the M4, M5 chip in the near future with a better manufacturing process, it does return. A 12-inch would definitely be a very, very nice laptop. It would be cool, fast, powerful, and thin. So yes, I'm very much hoping that's the case. Apple should not let go of the 12-inch MacBook design because, as many have said, it's perfect for Apple Silicon because it's a very small and compact laptop, and the efficiency of Apple Silicon would have been ideal for it. And so hopefully once a recession's over, Apple can of course reconsider reviving this. So at Miami 305 BLK says, I think the 12-inch MacBook was driven by Johnny Ive's vision of laptops, and it seems Apple's now trying to distance themselves from radical design and be more utilitarian. So that's actually a very fair point, because we saw this with the new MacBooks. They were thicker than the previous generation and gave us back the ports, but that's the way Apple should be going because the consumers wanted the ports back, and so sticking with the utilitarian design does make sense. However, even if the design as we know it does not return, I'm hoping Apple can bring back the 12-inch form factor because it makes so much sense to have a compact sub $1,000 laptop in the range, and so hopefully we do see a new 12-inch MacBook in the near future, but of course with a MacBook Air inspired design. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and thank you for watching.